it was all grass, right up into the base of the tree. So when we'd go over it with the mower, we'd be hitting some of the tree roots that were starting to come up. I don't enjoy mowing, and in our last house at Scottsbluff, we had gotten rid of as much grass as we could and put in some plantings and some raised garden beds, and now in our new house, we're doing the same thing. The first step was killing off some of the grass. So we put down layers of newspaper or cardboard and then put down some wood chip mulch on top of that. And so we started where we knew for sure we were wanting to get rid of the grass, mostly around the bigger trees. And then we had worked with a landscape designer to kind of help direct us, to give us a solid plan to go after so we could get things done faster. And also, coming from Scottsbluff, we were more familiar with the plants that do well there. And so we wanted a little more advice on what would grow best here and also look nice for the neighbors. We're on a corner lot here, so we wanted to look good for people. So we're taking it one chunk at a time. We started over on the boundary of our property on the one side, and we completed one little chunk. So we put in a couple of cherry trees, we've got some fruit bushes, strawberries. Those are partly for us, partly for the wildlife. And then we've got some pollinator garden plants over there. So milkweed, we've got some bee balm. So we've got a mix of things for us and for the wildlife. So we had started with that one small bed. It felt doable in the first year. And then Jeff, my husband, had built those garden beds over there. So that was I guess, phase 2. And then phase 3 has been that strip between the sidewalk and the street. So we're just taking it piece by piece and planting things out as we have the ability and the funds to get the plants. One thing we learned is if you've got oak trees and you just had a bumper crop of acorns, don't put the newspaper and mulch down on top of that, because guess what? That makes your acorns really happy and you wind up with a tiny oak forest of thousands of little trees. I think probably it's a good idea to take it slow in the chunks. We have a lot of plants that we're planning on putting in here, and just the amount of work it takes to pay attention to the plants that you've just put in and make sure they don't die, make sure they have enough water. So I would love to have this landscape transformed with the magic wand, but that would not lead to the path of sanity. So taking it one piece at a time, bite off chewable chunks of the landscape so you can take care of the plants you have.